hearing those numbers is mind-boggling. I guess the older I get, as you sort of think back, I feel like, Marsha, I feel honored to have been part of something that has changed so many lives. And I think at that point, in the beginning, I never really thought in those terms. And as closely, as I've been associated the last 6 years on the board at the House, of reading some of the notes from families saying, I don't have to sleep in my hot car tonight, and just, even if they're financially able, who can afford to spend $100 a night, or even if, let's say it was a $75 hotel room, for months on end, because so many of the families who stay here are here for not just weeks, but months sometimes. So it's a really good feeling.
Do you remember any particular family that you might have had an encounter with that has
Probably two. The Weichel family, who a couple of years ago, they were here, a real cute couple from Austin, Texas, had come up to attend the funeral memorial service for his uncle. And she went into early labor up here and ended up, it was, I think, in October, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and had a preemie, and they were here for, I guess, about 3 weeks, maybe a month. And they actually did a television interview. But I can remember when he got choked up saying, I'm the one who's supposed to solve all the problems, and, and how was I going to figure this all out? And then when she said, it was so wonderful when I come home, and then she caught herself saying home to a home cooked meal. That one sticks out. Probably the one, and I'll probably get choked up, I still always do. Probably it was 5 years ago. It was our Tab Top extravaganza out in the back parking lot. And there was this a cute couple from, I want to say Marion maybe, and they had a premature baby, little boy down at the hospital in the NICU. And the older brother was about 4 years old, and we had face painting, and he was a pirate, and they put the mustache on him and everything. Just cute as a button. And the great majority of our families have happy endings, and this one unfortunately did not. The baby had surgery and was doing really well, and then they lost him. And but when they came back to pack to leave, the father said, thank you for giving us 3 weeks with my baby that we wouldn't have had. And he had told me that Sunday, he said, I don't know what I would do. I'm out of vacation time, but it is so great knowing that my wife and my son are being cared for. But to come up and thank us for, even though they were going through that terrible loss that they had at that time, they wouldn't have had. So I can't talk anymore. So,
well,
I still haven't gotten through that one without tearing up.
Very touching.
So. Well, I know that I'm honored, and I hope I do you all proud, and our staff does you proud, because you did so much to get this started. And one thing we've been doing with the staff is just stating, what do you believe is the most important thing about the Ronald McDonald House? In your own words,
I just feel like the support that they can find here is invaluable and so badly needed at a critical time. A place to stay, food, the basic needs that people have are met, and it just can't be replaced.
And I think too, and I've heard, so many of our families who stay here are the parents of preemies, but being with people who are going through the exact same thing you are, that understand, that you can talk to, and you have that built-in support group. And I just want to commend, the entire staff. So many of the families say that, that they knew my name. I couldn't believe they remembered my name. They always ask how my baby's doing or how my child's doing. And so it really does feel like a home away from home. And that's, I commend all of you all, because that's an emotionally draining job day in and day out. So it's a labor of love, I know that. So I commend you all.
Well, thank you all very much for taking the time.
I
really appreciate it.
So, 35 years, lordy.